Emma and Lily were sisters, but they were very different from each other. Emma, the older sister, was calm, patient, and kind. She worked at a small bakery in their town and spent most of her time helping their mother at home. Lily, the younger sister, was beautiful, energetic, and ambitious. She dreamed of becoming famous one day and wanted people to admire her everywhere she went. Although they lived in the same house, the relationship between the two sisters slowly became complicated. When they were children, they laughed together, shared secrets, and played in the garden behind their home. But as they grew older, jealousy quietly entered Lily's heart. Everywhere Emma went, people respected her. Neighbors often said, "Emma is such a wonderful girl." Customers at the bakery loved her warm smile and friendly personality. Even children liked being around her because she always treated them gently. Emma never tried to impress anyone, but somehow people naturally trusted her. Lily noticed all of this. At first, she ignored it. But over time, her jealousy became stronger. One evening, while the family was eating dinner, their mother smiled proudly at Emma. "Mrs. Carter from the bakery told me today that Emma may become the manager soon," she said happily. Emma looked embarrassed. "It's nothing special," she replied softly. But Lily suddenly put down her spoon. "Of course it's special," she said with irritation. "Everything Emma does is always perfect." The room became silent. Their mother frowned slightly. "Lily, why are you speaking like that?" "I'm just telling the truth," Lily answered coldly before leaving the table. That night, Lily sat alone in her room, staring at herself in the mirror. She felt invisible inside her own family. In her mind, Emma was always the favorite daughter. "I work hard too," Lily whispered. "Why does nobody notice me?" The next morning, Emma knocked gently on Lily's door. "Are you okay?" she asked. "I'm fine," Lily replied without opening the door. Emma sighed quietly and walked away. Weeks passed and the tension between the sisters continued to grow. Lily became distant. She stopped talking during meals and avoided Emma whenever possible. Deep inside, she believed that Emma was the reason people ignored her. One afternoon, Lily met her friend Sophie at a cafe. Sophie immediately noticed Lily's bad mood. "What happened?" Sophie asked. Lily crossed her arms. "I'm tired of living in Emma's shadow." Sophie looked confused. "What do you mean?" "Everyone praises her constantly," Lily complained. "My mother, neighbors, customers, everyone. Sometimes I feel like I don't even exist." Sophie took a sip of coffee before speaking carefully. "Maybe people like Emma because she's kind." Lily's expression hardened. "So you're saying I'm not kind?" "That's not what I mean," Sophie said quickly. "I just think you compare yourself to her too much." But Lily refused to listen. Jealousy had already clouded her judgment. A few days later, the bakery announced a local baking competition. The winner would receive a large amount of money and an opportunity to work with a famous chef in the city. Emma was excited because baking was her passion. Lily also decided to join, but for a different reason. She wanted to finally prove that she was better than her sister. For the next 2 weeks, both sisters prepared intensely for the competition. Emma practiced every evening after work, carefully improving her recipes. Lily also worked hard, but her focus was different. Instead of concentrating on her own skills, she constantly worried about Emma winning. The night before the competition, Emma prepared a special cake recipe that belonged to their grandmother. It was an old family recipe that nobody outside the family knew about. Late at night, Lily quietly entered the kitchen while Emma was asleep. She looked at the recipe book on the table. If Emma uses this recipe, she'll definitely win, Lily thought. For a moment, Lily hesitated. She knew what she was about to do was wrong, but jealousy pushed her forward. She secretly removed an important page from the recipe book and hid it inside her jacket. The next morning, Emma searched everywhere for the missing page. "That's strange," she murmured anxiously. "I know it was here." Lily pretended to be surprised. "Maybe you lost it." Emma looked disappointed, but she forced a small smile. "It's okay. I'll try to remember the recipe." At the competition hall, dozens of participants worked busily while judges walked around observing everyone. The atmosphere was intense, yet exciting. Emma remained calm despite the missing recipe. Lily, however, felt nervous every time she looked at her sister. As the competition continued, Emma struggled to remember certain ingredients. Her hands shook slightly while decorating the cake. Lily noticed this and secretly felt satisfied. Finally, the judges tasted every dessert carefully. After a long discussion, they announced the winner. "To everyone here today," the head judge said, We were extremely impressed by the creativity and flavor of many participants. But the winner of this year's competition is Lily Parker. The audience applauded loudly. Lily froze in shock before walking to the stage. For the first time in her life, people were cheering for her instead of Emma. Cameras flashed around her. She should have felt happy. But when she looked into the crowd, she saw Emma clapping sincerely with a proud smile on her face. At that moment, guilt suddenly overwhelmed Lily. That night, the family celebrated Lily's victory at home. Their mother hugged her tightly. "We're so proud of you," she said. Emma smiled warmly. "You did an amazing job." But Lily could barely look at her sister. After dinner, Emma entered the kitchen to wash the dishes. A few moments later, Lily slowly walked in behind her. "Emma," Lily whispered. Emma turned around. "Yes?" Lily's eyes filled with tears. Her voice trembled as she spoke. "I need to tell you something." Emma waited quietly. "I took the recipe page," Lily admitted. "I hid it because I was jealous of you." The kitchen became completely silent. Emma stared at her sister in disbelief. "You did what?" "I'm sorry," Lily cried. "I thought if you lost, maybe people would finally notice me." Emma looked deeply hurt, but she remained calm. "Why didn't you just talk to me?" "Because I felt inferior all the time," Lily confessed. "You're good at everything. Everyone loves you." Emma shook her head sadly. "Lily, I never wanted you to feel that way." Tears rolled down Lily's cheeks. "I don't even deserve this trophy." For a long moment, Emma said nothing. Then she walked closer to her sister. "You made a terrible mistake," Emma said honestly. "But jealousy can destroy anyone if they let it grow." Lily lowered her head in shame. Emma continued softly. "Do you know something? I've always admired you too." Lily looked up, surprised. "Me?" Emma nodded. "You're confident, creative, and brave. You chase your dreams without fear. I could never do that the way you can." Lily felt stunned. She had spent years believing Emma was perfect, never realizing that Emma also admired her. The next morning, Lily made a difficult decision. She returned to the competition organizers and confessed everything. She explained how she sabotaged her sister by hiding the recipe page. The judges were disappointed. According to the rules, Lily was disqualified from the competition. The prize was offered to Emma instead. But Emma refused it. She deserved to win for her baking skills, Emma told the judges. She made a bad choice, but she still worked hard. The judges respected Emma's honesty and generosity. In the end, they decided to give the sisters another opportunity. They invited both Emma and Lily to work together at the city bakery for 1 month. At first, the sisters felt awkward working side by side, but slowly, things began to change. Lily apologized sincerely every day through her actions, not just her words. She became more patient, more humble, and less competitive. For the first time in years, the sisters laughed together again. One evening, after closing the bakery, Lily looked at Emma and smiled softly. "Thank you for forgiving me." Emma smiled back. "You're my sister. That's what family does." Lily looked out the window at the busy city streets. "I wasted so much time being jealous." Emma gently placed a hand on her shoulder. "Jealousy is dangerous because it makes us focus on what others have instead of appreciating our own value." Lily nodded thoughtfully. From that day forward, the sisters supported each other instead of competing. Emma continued baking with passion, while Lily discovered her talent for designing beautiful cakes and promoting the bakery online. Together, they became an incredible team. And for the first time in a very long time, Lily no longer wanted to be better than her sister. She simply wanted to become the best version of herself.